Ito.
Buti na lang, may cdkeyoffers.com. Madali lang ang order. Search for the software you need, add to cart, daan ka sa payment options nila.
Wala pang 5 minutes, finish. May legit working CDK ka na para sa Windows mo.
Gamitin ang aming code para makakuha pa ng discounts.
Kaya kung naghahanap ka ng legit, mura, at original software,
Check out cdkeyoffers.com.
What I have is
All right. What's up, internet? Just had to get the sponsor message out of the way. Okay, we have some housekeeping I need to do before we start on our trip. So, bago nun, teka, post ko lang to sa FB. Hang out there, guys. Sup to the 7 people watching. I don't know what you guys are doing. It's super early. Sup, Jerome Wee. Thank you. Sup, Adrian. Aga ninyo, ah. You guys are super early. Alright, let me just share this drive to FB. Then we can get going. Yeah, so we're going to Lucena City and back today. 14 people. What was everybody doing up so early? I actually got up a little bit earlier kasi yeah, I got up a little bit earlier because I have to get back early because my wife has stuff to do. Matutulog pa lang, Chief. Sup, Silent Breacher. Go to bed. Have a good night, good morning. Alright, so I think I should have posted this to the Hardware Sugar Facebook. Yeah, so I got up a little bit early just so that I could try to get back a bit earlier kasi alright. My wife also has a lot of meetings and I need to help take care of the kids. Can only see comments from YT, so if you want to comment, please watch there. Oh. This is actually the second time I'm doing a live kind of video of a drive. Although the last one I did was 6 months ago, so medyo matagal na. I don't know what you're doing up at 6, 7 in the morning, Rocky the Programmer. Pero ayusin mo na yung bot network natin. Gusto ko 500 likes. Sige. You know, 1,000 seems a bit excessive. 500 likes for a drive. Paano naman? Pa-push out mo na sa bot network natin. Okay, just texting the customer now that we'll be delivering today. And okay, just setting up ways. You know, there were so many steps to remember before the trip, and it's not even like, you know, of course, make sure there's gas and everything. Medyo malayo yung Lucena, okay, then balikan lang. So of course you want everything to be in tip-top shape. But aside from the car, you know, all this posting, because I'm streaming just from my.
Doesn't look like this thing has any orders waiting. Good thing I brought my own. Now let's roll.
All right. Start your engines. Yeah, so sobrang hassle lang having to do things through mobile kasi yun nga, I'm streaming through my phone. Boy Shawarma, this is a Honda CRZ, so it's a hybrid. It's an old model, I think 20. I mentioned it recently in one of the posts. It's a 2013 ata, 2014 maybe. Honda CRZ, but it's a hybrid. It's a mild hybrid. It's more like a sports hybrid, to be honest. Na, you know, they just wanted to. What else are you doing? Yeah, so it's not a super for a hybrid, it's not super fuel efficient, but it does have some fancy go 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 features. Like we're 2 minutes out already, the camera falls down. Yeah, so rocking a Honda CRZ. It's a two-door hatchback. It's not super fast. Sorry, it's not super fuel efficient. Actually, the engine itself also is not that big. So, but it has a lot of pep in it because yeah, they kind of tweaked it. So there's a sports mode which actually does something. It does feel like sports mode, and there's a speed boost button. So if you know you need a speed boost, you can press a button and then you get more power from the electric motor in one burst. So you can literally feel the sports mode. All right, stay with me, camera. Stay with me. Got my Waze set up, but my GPS is not on because my phone is kind of old. Tas nagloloko na siya. One reason why I want to change my phone, although this phone, my primary phone is super old, OnePlus 5T, and I got it second hand pa like years ago. So medyo, I think, you know, I think nasulit naman siya. Parang time to be replaced. I'll talk a bit about how I'm streaming this setup. Sorry, thank you everyone for the comments. I know it's super early. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing up, but I'll get to the comments like when we come to a stop in traffic or something, but obviously I gotta keep my eyes on the road. But just a short bit on what my streaming setup is here. So I'm using so this camera is my cell phone. One of the cell phones is the iPhone XR that we actually used to shoot a lot on before. Before we got the Sony ZV-E10, we used to shoot a lot on this phone. But the data is being provided by another phone, Samsung Galaxy S10. Both of these phones actually belong to my wife. I'm not married to these things. Belong to my wife. They're both hand-me-downs. Although, itong data connection smart. And then if you remember from my previous car streaming live drive video, I used my Globe data connection. Tas sobrang pangit ng Globe data connection. Talagang I just kept cutting out, and I had to keep fiddling with the phone to reconnect. It was a real pain in the butt. Globe is not so good in my experience for mobile data. What's going on, guys? We do have a really old video, like where we actually said we went out to within the city in different parts of Metro Manila and then outside, and then we tested it Globe versus Smart, and yeah, Smart won 85% of the time or something like that. So even in our own testing experience, anecdotally as well as when we've actually tested them in a somewhat controlled manner, mas maganda talaga yung Smart na data eh. Not that I'm a big fan of PLDT. Again, if you've seen some of our older videos, for my house internet, I hate, or any internet, I think PLDT, their product is good. The product itself, once you get it, mabilis naman yung internet nila. Yung problema pag nasira, yun na yun, naloko na. I mean, good luck trying to get service. That's really my issue with PLDT. First of the day, already get cut off by some idiot in a convoy. But usong-uso yung mga convoy ngayon. Yep. So we just made it onto the Skyway. Malayo-layo pa biyahe natin. 3+ hours, I think. Oh, that's not too bad. When I calculated it for the first time, it was like 4 hours. Yeah, so basically this is like a stream of consciousness live drive. If you know me, or if you've seen some of the other streams, you know I can I can ramble on. So we'll fill up the time. It's just a little weird without any feedback, so I don't know, like, is my voice too loud? Although when I played back the old live drive video, okay naman yung sound eh. So I'm right now I'm kind of shouting a little bit, but gotta conserve my strength and my saliva for the long drive ahead. But yeah, so this entire setup to stream is all mobile. So the shooting device, or what's recording or what's streaming now, is an iPhone XR, I think, or something. And then the one giving the data is a Samsung Galaxy S10, whose data connection is Unli, and it's provided by my wife's office. Don't tell them I'm using it for non-office purposes, because hardware sugar AF, and and SIM, so hence why I needed to borrow my wife's. But let's see. Basically, it's another practical test to see kung mas maganda nga ba talaga yung smart data compared to globe data. Although the last time we did this, we went northbound. Ngayon, southbound naman tayo. And then my last phone, so I have 3 phones in the car. My last phone is my primary phone, and it's using Waze, and that's the one using my personal globe data. The last time we did this kasi, I was just streaming using my Globe mobile data. Tapos si Globe din, my Globe connection was also the one feeding Waze, or feeding internet data to Waze. But I really don't think that's an excuse. I really think Globe internet or Globe mobile data medyo olat talaga siya. But what you gonna do? Well, that's why we replace it now with the with smart mobile data. So the rig we have behind me is an i9 12900K. Only a 3060 GPU. I don't mean only in a 3060 is still quite fast. Yun nga lang, you think i9, you think at least 3080 maybe. Although the cost, yung customer nag-customize nito, so I believe she has specific needs. So may requirements talaga siya na why she would want a very fast CPU and high-end GPU, but not like the highest end that you could have. Right now, we are on normal mode. So the CRZ, the car I'm using, has 3 modes: Eco, Normal, and Sports mode. I do like to stretch her out. Like once we get on the highway, I like to pop her into Sports mode. But medyo, I mean, we're going at a nice clip. We're going at around 80 kilometers per hour. But no need to go crazy. These long drives, it's not, matagal ko nang ginagawa to for Hardware Sugar. When we were a very small shop, we're still a small shop, but when we were a very, very small shop. Alright, wait, let's overtake this guy. Sports mode. Turn and burn. Overtake 1. Although I'm kind of sad because you guys don't usually see you don't see my front view, and you don't see my side view, which I noticed in the replay of the previous live drive. So it's kind of hard to get a sense of like how bad is the traffic, and how are the other people on the road. But as I mentioned, I've been doing these personal deliveries nung simula pa lang. Like we were very early on. Nasa Buendia pa kami in our store na parang mas maliit pa kaysa sa closet, mas maliit pa kaysa sa storage room. Our thing then was na free delivery, and then I would make drives out to, umabot ako nung Subic, umabot ako nung dulo nung NLEX. And these were for small items, like for SSDs. I would leave at like 10 p.m. para iwas sa traffic. And then the one particular delivery, yun nga, parang hating gabi. And then, medyo residential na, medyo, looban. So, and somebody's handing over money, and then I'm handing over a small package. I really thought, like, if somebody is watching this, they're gonna get the wrong idea na this is an illicit transaction, kasi mukha talagang medyo sus eh. Yeah, but so I've been doing this from the start, these personal deliveries, driving out talaga. Pero yung criteria ko lang medyo malayo. I like na malayo kasi I like to drive. I like to get out of the city. I like to stretch my legs. Stretch my legs in a metaphorical sense. It's it's really the car that's that's speeding along. But yeah, so even before the YouTube channel, even before whatever, from the start we would do these personal deliveries. Basta medyo malayo. At first kasi it was a way to differentiate hardware sugar na kahit malayo, personal delivery, iniingatan talaga. We're there for you, free delivery. It's kind of evolved now to this one. We did get a delivery fee. Pero to be honest, with gas and with toll, hindi siya economical. Like, I think we're gonna lose money on this one, on this. Like, hindi sapat yung na-charge for delivery for the expenses na we will incur for this delivery. Pero so we could have sent it via courier. We usually send it out via Ninja Van for orders outside of Metro Manila. Pero good to stretch my legs. I do enjoy meeting the customers as well. Although, I mean, you can do that at the shop, right? If I hang out at the shop, I can meet customers there. So it's not just meeting the customers, to be honest. And then the first live drive did well. So now that we have the YouTube channel and everything, it's added content. Itong live drive. But I wouldn't be previously I wouldn't be narrating for like 4 hours straight, but or stream of consciousness for 4 hours straight. But I like it because it does check multiple boxes. Very importantly also, at least kung ako yung nagde-deliver and it comes, pasag, at least alanan ko, like sobrang lubak-lubak yung daan and I wasn't, careful enough, and then nga, lubak-lubak nila and it got wrecked or something. Not that that's ever happened, because that's the virtue of doing it yourself. I'm a big believer in doing it yourself whenever you can. I don't like trusting service to outside entities. That's why we try to keep things in-house as much as possible. And ang daming startups ngayon focused on logistics, focused on delivery. So you'd think na solve na tong problem na to, basta you can ship it anywhere. And to be honest, Ninja Van has their problems, pero it's not as bad. I mean, they're good in some ways and they're bad in others. But definitely, may nawawala na items and things like that. At least when we do it ourselves like this, talagang safety item mo. And in fact, we even give the customer the option. We're like, we finished this build last week already, so matagal na tong ready to go. But we told the customer, if we send it via Ninja Van, it's gonna get to you around the same time Tuesday. Tapos yun nga, Ninja Van, dadaan pa kung kanino man, di talaga namin control. But we do have an opening, so Tuesday, today was the first time that I was free to do the personal delivery. So I was like, but if we do it Tuesday, we can we'll use our personal in-house service, meaning me. So it's your choice. We can send it out now, meaning last week when we finished the build, or we can, you can wait a little bit. Around the same time naman siya dadating, mga Tuesday din dadating if we send it out via Ninja Van. Then the cost is the same. Yun nga, if we had sent it out via Ninja Van, for sure hindi kami lugi. And we could have put insurance on it. That's why our shipping fees are a little high, kasi all of our items talaga may shipping na yun, may insurance na yun nakasama sa shipping fee. Because we've had bad experiences. We want us to be secure and we want the customer to be secure, but it's mahal kung personal delivery, kasi syempre, oh man, I got stuck in the slow lane behind like a truck kind of thing. We're paying for our own gas, we're paying for the toll and things like that. We're not even paying for my time. So definitely mas expensive kung personal delivery, pero same lang yung cost to the consumer. Sagot na nung shop, sagot ka na personally yung additional expenses. So it is a bit more effort on our part to do personal delivery, but ako talaga gusto ko na safety yung item sa likod. It's an expensive build, it should be for things like this. Hindi lang kasi masaya if it's if we use Transportify. Transportify is better suited to expensive builds kasi may built-in insurance na, and then they're used to dealing with medyo fragile items. So I do like using them for within Metro Manila deliveries for full rigs. Plus what about Transportify? Plus you don't need to worry anymore about the parking. Yun yung thing with Metro Manila deliveries. Paminsan condo, walang parking, mag-isa lang ako, sa daw magpa-park. Hindi ka rin pwede mag-hazard lang dun sa harap, mahuhuli ka. Hindi ka rin pwede mag-hazard sa likod, mahuhuli ka. And although occasionally I do deliver within Metro Manila, but yun nga, that's been my experience. At least kasi itong mga out-of-town deliveries, usually residential, usually no problem parking right outside the house. Yung hassle lang na walang GPS. Like it's not telling me like, oh, within 500 meters turn right or something. Yeah, really gotta replace this phone. Alright, we've passed Alabang, so we're on SLEX proper. Put her into sports mode, doing like 100 now. It's just nice to get some speed under your wheels. Yeah, so sometimes we do, I do deliver even within Metro Manila. And I mentioned nga kahit dun sa likod masisita ka, kasi one delivery, it was in Ortigas, to a condo in Ortigas. Tapos so I was waiting in the rear, so yung side street ng condo. Pero so pababa naman si customer, pero I was still waiting, naka-hazard ako. Hindi naman ako nakaharang sa daan, so of course I was on the side, but the enforcers, they're kind of strict, dumaan. So pinapaalis na ako ng enforcer, and I'm like, boss, kasi may dinideliver ako. And then I motion to the computer, and then yung boxes, kasi the customer gets the boxes. So pero nung nakita ni enforcer na Ryzen 9, medyo high-end kasi build yun eh. I think it was an R9 5950X or R9 5950X. PC guy pala si enforcer. So dami palang tanong na, oh, Ryzen pala to, sir. Anong GPU? Parang ganun. So it turned out na he was a big fan of computers. I was telling him, yeah, sobrang top of the line to. R9 5950X, parang 3090. Wala pa atang 3090 Ti noon, 3090. So that, in-explain ko, Lian DK. So sobrang ganda talaga nito. And so afterward, the enforcer was like, oh sige sir, hintayin mo na lang. Parang ganun. Syempre, kailangan maabot mo kay customer. So parang kahit yung enforcer mismo na nagsabi na, oh, it's okay, take your time, standby ka na lang. Yung pinapalis niya ako dati, pero nung nakita niya yung rig, tas na, medyo nagkwentuhan kami konti, okay na lahat. He was like, yeah, take your time, just move it when, you give it back to the customer, okay na yan. So, you really find kahit saan-saan ka na lang nakakahanap ng mga enthusiast talaga ng mga computer. Reminds me of a time na I was in Salcedo in Makati buying from, there's a Kumi there. Also on a kind of side street. It's not, yun nga, nasa side street konti ng Salcedo, there's a Kumi there. And I was coming out, I was unmasked kasi, I was masked actually at the time. I was masked. But then, a food panda guy who was waiting for the takeout of his customer came up to me and he's like, are you hardware sugar? Parang, oh, hardware sugar. I'm like, yeah, hey. So it's really surprising sometimes where you meet people na like talagang on the street, like random people on the street, when they see you're into computers also, parang you strike up a conversation. Nakakatawa din. And it's nice. It's really, you feel na you're not alone in the hobby. I looked at it yesterday. It's just like all the way to the end of SLEX. Yung problema sa wala akong GPS. I don't know what's up with my phone. I don't know why it doesn't have GPS. Yeah, you never know when you'll run into a computer enthusiast. I did do one personal delivery. I shot footage for this pero hindi ko ginawa nung video or nung short. So I delivered it all the way to the end of Batangas. So medyo same general direction as this delivery. Although sa Lucena City, Lucena talaga. Ito sa Batangas medyo sa labas, so not within the city limits. And so when we get there, so it was a full rig, and mahal din yung rig, NR200p 3070 GPU if I remember correctly, with monitor. So it was an expensive rig. And the delivery address, ni customer yung computer, and so okay, no problem. I show him that's working. I attach all the cables and things like that. Everything is working. Although I was crossing my fingers kasi medyo lubak-lubak yung daan doon. So medyo dumaan ako sa lubak, and I was conscious naman I had a computer with me, but in the back of my mind I was like, oh, may naalog ba dito? May natanggal na wire? Because we've had that when it's delivered by couriers. May natatanggal na wire, and you think those wires in the computer are super secure, but actually we've had a couple of experiences na natatanggal talaga yung wiring after a long trip. Not when we... Man, I'm in the overtaking lane, but... okay, well... Not when we personally deliver, but when we've had couriers deliver, yun nga, we've had one or two experiences na... the wires have come off. So when I was going through the rough patches of the road there, I was like, oh, may mahal. I hope wala malog dito. And then when the customer asked me to set up to wire everything up, I was like, oh my god, I hope walang naalog dito sa loob, kasi that means I'll have to open it up and check all of the wires and things like that. But fortunately for that delivery, walang problema. But the customer was super nice. Like, kumain pa kami. Like, nagpabili siya ng pagkain. And then, yun. So, we were chatting and we were eating. And then, that's really... that's one thing different, again, about Hardware Sugar. Talagang personal service hanggang delivery. And when I mean by personal, it's not just, some... the big store, syempre, marami silang staff and things like that. But with Hardware Sugar talaga, you come into the shop, it's like... It's kind of like Cheers. If you watch the old US show Cheers, it's like the bar na everybody knows your name. You know all of us kasi we're a small staff lang. I'm the owner of the shop along with my brother, but I do everything for the shop pa rin. I do deliveries, I order, I talk to customers, I suggest builds, paminsan I have to troubleshoot. And actually, I do troubleshoot regularly pag for ako kasi usually sumasagot sa chat. So when people who have bought stuff from us and they're having problems, I help guide them to the chat most of the time. So yun, sa Hardware Sugar talaga, we don't have the money to hire a lot of people. Talagang all hands on deck, and everybody does all sorts of different jobs. As we've mentioned before in our other streams, Rocky the programmer was hired strictly to program, and even for another project, not even for Hardware Sugar initially, but he does a lot of content na rin. Ren was not hired for video editing, but now she's our primary video editor. Oh man, I'm passing by a McDo, tapos parang gusto ko mag hash brown. Love McDo hash browns. But eyes on the prize, let's stay on the road. And also I do IF, intermittent fasting, so usually I skip breakfast. Medyo tumataba na ako, gotta keep the figure. Sorry, I see the chats, but I honestly I can't quite read them and drive safely at the same time. So keep my eyes on the road. Yeah, so I do it. Not so much, I mean, the jokes about my weight, a bit of weight, because I don't get my sleep schedule hasn't been so good lately. Oh man, look at this guy. Alright, let's do it. Not the best overtake, but the guy was slow and the guy in front of me was kind of slow. I did mention last time, now what I want to do is, usually we can use Restream, which is a service, and then it gets piped to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Pero ngayon, I'm streaming through YouTube and then I shared the link through Facebook. So that probably means Facebook, people on Facebook can drive along also. Pero wala integration, I can't see the Facebook chats. So what I wanted sana before was that we would have two cameras talaga, one facing me and one facing the front view, so you can see my dashboard, you can see what's going on. So I could have done that now, except that wala akong stand for like the front. So matutumba lang yung camera, matatapon dyan sa gilid, di ko makuha kasi I'm by myself and I can't stretch out all the way there. But yeah, that's sort of like, that would be nice so that you have a context to see what I'm doing also on the road. Because a lot of the live drives are me complaining about other drivers. Like, look at this idiot in the overtaking lane, but he's not overtaking. Look at this guy who's just like going at 40 on the highway. I mean, come on, man. So a lot of the live drives are me bitching about other people on the road, which I do quite often wherever I drive. I do complain about the other drivers a lot. It's nice though when you kind of understand, like, okay, this lane's too low. It's nice when you understand another driver. Obviously, you're not communicating, but parang the way he moves, you understand what he wants to do, he signals properly. And that's really kind of like the platonic ideal of why you signal and why you drive a certain way, why you drive defensively, so that you're signaling to other drivers that, okay guys, I'm going at the proper speed, I'm in the proper lane, and if you need to overtake me, this is how you do it. Parang the rules of the road. But it's really frustrating when you drive here sa atin, talagang bara-bara lang. I mean, it's like, yeah, there are no rules, kani-kanyang banat. It's really frustrating, especially if you've driven in other countries. I've been lucky enough to have driven in Europe, in the States, in New Zealand, so right-hand drive, and extensively, like all around talaga, iba't ibang vehicles. Oh man, we're having a major slowdown here. What's up? Waze nga says it's traffic, but why is it traffic, Waze? Alright, hang on, we've hit a stretch of traffic. Construction. Ito, malayo-layo pa tong traffic ah. Still no GPS on my... Baka if I think like the satellites are having trouble picking it up, which is good if I'm a conspiracy theory nut, but at the same time, not so good if I just need GPS. Okay, so I've shifted down to eco mode because we're at a crawl basically. Here. Oh yeah, that's one way to do it. Like so, you can see, yeah, you can see what I see. If I just swing the camera. But the question is, do you want to see traffic or do you want to see my face? And I'm pretty sure I know what I would want to see, which is the traffic. But at the same time, you know, metrics always tell you that, you know, the audience has to see the host and things like that. Okay, so just swing the camera a little bit. Alrighty. Okay, we are at standstill traffic. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Baka construction. Oh, then another thing I had to do to prepare for the drive was to load up on my tolls. So yung easy trip tsaka sa auto sweep, and I've no idea why it's so confusing. They don't interconnect. It's hard to figure out what roads use which toll system, which provider. And tas nahuli na ako nung dati kaya sobrang paranoid na ako. I was driving in the south, and then yung bagong expressway dun sa may Tagaytay, so you get off Lampas Santa Rosa and then you get off SLEX, and then there's a new Cavitex. Is it Cavitex? It might be Cavitex. Shout out Andy Boy PH. Yeah, so I got off at I think it's Cavitex, and then so I'm like, no problem, you know, because I have RFID. I had the RSA RFID, and I can't even remember which stupid company, like Auto Sweep, Easy Trip. Pagkatapos nun, they've changed their names. So some of the signs like you see are not hindi sila Auto Sweep or Easy Trip, and they don't bother to update the signs. It's super frustrating. I was really annoyed. So anyway, I was on hindi ata Cavitex. Anyway, I was on a new expressway. Kampante ako na may RFID ako. Nahuli ako dun sa dulo kasi mali pala yung RFID. So pumila ako sa RFID lane because I thought I had RFID. Turns out I needed the other provider, the MVP RFID. Oh, God damn. And then nahuli ako, kinuha lisensya ko. I had to go pa to LTO. This is like the pandemic. I don't know also why LTO. I'm gonna criticize. This is like, I think, fair criticism of LTO. I think it's a stupid policy to ask the driver mismo to get the license. What if they're professional? What if they're professionals and they have to go into work? It's not like you killed somebody. Parang why do you need to make it such a big deal? And I find that very often sa atin na sobrang minor offense lang, sobrang higpit, sobrang laking offense, people bend over backwards to forgive you. And I've never quite understood that. Pero yun, nahuli ako, kinuha lisensya ko. I had to go to LTO main. Wala rin parking sa LTO main, so I had to drive there super butt-ass early in the morning para lang sigurado may parking. Yun, park, got the license. But ever since then, sobrang paranoid ko na. So I tried to check like what roads, what RFID do I need for which road. I checked na each RFID may credit ako, may load ako. But I don't understand why it has to be so confusing. I think it's really a failure on the part of the regulator. What's the whole point of the TRB, the Toll Regulatory Board? Something I'm a little familiar with because I had a project when I was still practicing as a lawyer, which tolls and TRB. So, yun, the TRB is the regulator and they're the ones who set the prices of the tolls. But other than that, they regulate everything. So, for the ease of the consumer, which is, part of the regulatory considerations, it would have been nice if, from the get-go, they were like, okay, everybody has to interconnect. Like, I don't care if MVP made this road, you gotta accept the RSA, RFID, and vice versa. And other providers. Because there are other people other than MVP and RSA, Ramon Ang, who who make roads. I think there was one, like Ayala made a expressway somewhere here and then they sold it recently, or like 6 months ago or something. I can't quite remember. Alright, so we are here and there's a diversion road because of construction. Okay, no, they're just like people on the road and they're like, yes, go ahead, take the diversion. Okay. Somebody making it, no problem, you're signaling. And Autobot off-road, so I assume you're a good guy because you're with the Autobots. My car just told me that the passenger side airbag is off. Ha! But joke's on you, CRZ, because I'm in the driver's seat. So you still gotta save me if, God forbid, I get into an accident. Oh yeah, so I do see construction up ahead over there. Alright, so it was construction. Okay, I'm gonna check if I have GPS na. Still no GPS. God damn. Oh, stretch. Yeah, so I have no idea why it has to be so difficult. I know the first son, si Sandro, is now a congressman. One of his announced initiatives is to get the two tall guys to talk together and to accept each other's payments. So you only need one RFID system. I haven't heard anything after that, after the announcement that he was working on that. It's a bit odd that a congressman would be working on that. It's more of an executive function. Again, it's more of a TRB function. What's the point of the TRB? But if anybody can solve this problem, I'm all for it. More power to you. I'm on the diversion, so the counterflow sila, and usually that's faster. But now I'm at a standstill. But the guys on the lane proper are moving quite quickly. So joke's on me, I chose the wrong lane again. I'm kind of annoyed though that my phone doesn't have GPS. We are still in the wrong lane. It's going much slower compared to the lane on the right, or the main road talaga. Kasi pinadivert kami dito sa, we're counterflowing in the northbound lane. But the southbound lanes now are all hunky-dory. They're going quite quickly. Although to be fair, kasi dun sila talaga yung naipit kasi dun yung construction. So I'm not sure if it would have been faster if I had stayed in the southbound lane instead of counterflowing here. Although, I was already in the leftmost lane, so hassle pa to try to go straight. And really when I'm driving, it's sort of like the path of least resistance, and which is usually the safest path. Yung no sudden turns, don't try to force your way. Yun nga, wag pilitin. Kung di kaya, wag pilitin. Which is how I usually drive and how I try to approach a lot of things in life. Kung di talaga kaya, if the road is close to you, just go with the flow. Find an alternate route later on. I've done that so many times. Like I've missed the turn to somewhere and I just keep going straight because I figure either there's really no opportunity to suddenly make a U-turn or something, or you don't want to make sudden movements on the road because that's very unsafe. And it's gotten me sometimes I have to go really far to find a proper exit that I can get back on the other side of the highway or whatever. Alright, here we go. We're going to get back on the southbound lane, which should be faster. Stay with me, YouTube. Oh, crap. This is the sudden burst of speed. Nagulat yung iPad ko. We are coming to the end of SLEX actually. Back on sports mode, but I don't really need to, so let's save some gas. Popped it back up, backed it down to normal. We're about to hit the toll plaza at the end of SLEX. Oh, good thing. Oh. Mahaba yung pila for cash. Wait. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Alright, gonna stop. Yep. RFID is okay. Okay. RFID okay. Alright, now I just gotta figure out where my exit is because I have no GPS and Waze is not being cooperative. Oopsie daisies. Like, do I go old up? Do I wait? Ah, malayo-layo pa. Okay. Malayo-layo pa. Alrighty. Yeah, so we just have been streaming for less than an hour, and some of that time I wasn't even moving. So yeah, we were making good time. Delivery to Lucena City from Makati, the high-end rig. i9 12900K 3060 NH212A. Good choice. You know, if you're not into the water cooling AIO kind of aesthetic, or you're not particular about the big fans, you know, the NH212A is a good choice. 240mm fan performance in a 120mm package. I mean, that's basically how I see the NH212A. Compact, but very, very good performer, as you know, as you would expect from Noctua. This is a 6-speed. This is a 6-speed manual car. This is the only 6-speed car I've ever had. So paminsan nalilito ako ano na yung gear ko. Like I get confused. Am I on 5? Am I on 6? So, and I've owned this car for years. I've driven it for years, but hanggang ngayon parang paminsan when I'm driving and there's a lot of gear changes, I get confused. Like, am I on 5 or am I on 6? Man, but the thing didn't tell me like how much load I still have, so I don't know if I need to load to get back home. Yeah, this car, it's kind of bonkers. It's like a hybrid, super fuel efficient. But then they got the sports modes and stuff, which you wouldn't expect in a hybrid, but it's super fun to drive. And it's 6 speeds. So, parang, like, you kind of question the design. I've never regretted buying it. It's a fun little car to drive. Especially when it was new. Like, you would have kids coming up and like, oh, it's like, parang, the design also is very compact, but it's also very sleek. it wasn't a good seller for Honda. So they didn't continue the line. It didn't sell, or they weren't happy with the sales. But in like if you're driving around Metro Manila, you'll see a CRZ every now and then. It's car, but some were picked. A couple were picked up. Not just crazy people like me. So still a normal. This is the end of S-Lex where it's like 2 lanes and can't really go zoom zoom vroom vroom so much. What I do, and another thing I like about the CRZ is that there are a lot of monitoring things that I've grown accustomed to, which I don't find in other cars, even newer cars like the Mazda CX-8, which we did a video on. Oh yes, okay, relax. We do have a video recently, like 2 weeks ago, where the main topic is like mobile integration into the car space. So we have 3 different cars, and then we kind of track the evolution of tech in cars. We're not really a car channel, so not a lot of people watched it relative to our usual content. Pero I had a fun time doing that video because I do like cars. I do like the driving experience, which is why I still drive manual. I enjoy the... I had a friend who asked me when I bought this thing na, why did you get manual? Sobrang traffic sa atin. Alam mo naman, mga ngawit yung paa mo. So you have to keep shifting. First gear, second gear, back to neutral. We do have automatic cars, but iba yung... I don't know, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I like I like them for, for lack of a better term, I like the manual nature of... You feel more in tune with the car, like with manual, and you have the gears. Of course, with the automatics naman, I mean, may CVT naman eh. So, I mean, you have that automatic transmission where you can paddle lane. Oh man, I hope I have the right RFID. Oh, I do. Okay, my balance is 4. Jeez. Stay with me, YouTube. Stay with me. See, so I think that toll, that expressway was MVP. No, I was at RSA. Parang S-Lex is MVP. I can never remember like which one is auto sweep and easy trip. So I just call them like MVP or RSA. Wow, okay. It's kinda out of me trying to overtake. There was a truck, but it wasn't also the truck's fault. It's kinda big. And then the one trying to squeeze in was also kind of big, so God damn it, still no GPS. Alright, safe, good. Jesus. If you're not overtaking, you don't need to be in the overtaking lane. Yeah, but now everybody's overtaking me. Yeah, so I do still enjoy the manual nature of shifting gears, and there's that just added oomph na because you are the one doing the gear changing, yung acceleration mo mas in tune to what you need. This car in front of me. Okay. Come on, ego. Get your butt off the road. Right now we've engaged sports mode because everybody's passing me. There's a good distance between everybody. So stretch our legs a little bit. Yeah, about the build, high-end build. i9 900KF. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about so high-end, but of course high-end, palagi nagbabago yung high-end kasi palagi sila naglalabas ng bagong products. This one, so Ryzen 7000 series just came out. We do have a couple in stock in the 40 series. Yeah, just announced also about the claiming that he's going to get a 49. He's going to buy a 49 and then we'll assemble the rest of the parts. We'll buy the rest of the parts from us. I don't quite know if it's available here locally. I mean, wala pang advice yung mga suppliers sa akin. Although I do know one supplier has already been accepting pre-orders. Hindi pa talaga kasi delivered na and like actually physically mabibigay mo na kay customer. So I'm a little confused. A long patch na parang walang connection. Although buti YouTube recovered, like di naman nag-end yung stream. Yeah, so it's super traffic on the other end. I hope I don't go through that going home. Please God, find me an alternate route. I also had a bit of trouble. Yun nga, wala kasing GPS yung phone ko, so nalilito si Waze. Walang shit. Sorry, phone. Oh man, I hope I made that right turn. Tama to, Waze? Tama ba to? Okay, mukhang tama naman. Man, real pain in the ass na lang GPS. Alright, looks good. This is kinda city driving though. I mean, parang nasa loob tayo nung I don't know, where the heck are we? Santo Tomas? This is like supposed to be a highway. Oh, malayo-layo pa tayo guys. 2 hours and 48 minutes according to Waze. And why don't you have GPS? You're really kind of stressing me out, man. Yeah, but so far the data connection looks like it has recovered. Yes, what were we talking about before everything went whack? 6-speed manual car. Oh yeah. So the new hardware is coming out. So the Ryzen 7000 series came out. Nvidia 40 series coming out soon. With one customer of ours claiming that he will be getting a 4090 today. I don't know how that is quite possible, but anyway, if it gets brought into the shop, we'll take a picture. We'll assemble with it. Hassle dito, daming rotonda, tapos malay ko ba which God, this I always marvel at people who used to drive before there was Waze. Like, can you imagine, like, kung nag-road trip ka dati, tas puro paper maps lang. Oh, shit. shit. Yeah, I see. Sorry, internet. Ay! Ay! You guys still... Oh, man. You guys still with me? Oh. Alright. Okay, mas hassle to kasi sa previous northbound First of all, the lack of GPS is not helping. Maybe it's really time to get a new phone. Okie dokies. We took a slightly wrong turn, but we're back on track now. Hope we're back on track. Oy! Yeah, one thing I did note when I was did the last live drive was na like to get one of those the things that you just attach via the legs para mas kakapit na siya dun sa. Alright. Yeah, one of those things that you attach it like it has those legs, the rubbery legs, and parang they just you can just hook them on whatever. So that made much better. I currently have the phone on a tripod, that's why it keeps moving. Kasi the tripod naman is not secure, so every time I brake or turn suddenly, gumagalaw din yung tripod and I have to catch the camera, catch the tripod. So I did take note before that I wanted to get one of those those rubber, the one with the legs na parang daming mga rubber pads, and then you just kind of hook it on whatever. So I could hook it up sana here to the rear view mirror or some other surface area, but I never got around to it. So here we are with the falling camera. Although from a technical point of view, and there's a lot of technical stuff that goes on. Oh man, what are you doing in the middle of the road? There's a lot of technical stuff going on for the streams. I mean, it's not just as easy as pressing a button. I mean, the services would like it to be as easy as that, pero like if you want to have it both on YouTube and Facebook, you kind of have to think about like how you're gonna do that. And this one, like I'm using my phone, but I had to think about like how do I get the title that I want and the description, yung preset na like I don't need to type it out right then and there, and that would be impossible because I also have sponsor links in the text description. So it can get complicated quite quickly. So on the logistics point of view of just doing the stream, the improvements from the last time I did a live drive, so we do have a dedicated smart connection now just for the stream. We are sharing this video on Facebook, something I didn't think of to do the last time, so we should be getting people can follow us on Facebook, follow the drive on Facebook also. Yeah, that's about it. Kala mo daming improvements, pero it's not like ano, 2 hours 48 is the entire trip, and hindi na siya nag-update. It's like only 124 kilometers. It's not updating because it doesn't know where we are, because GPS is out. Okay, got it. 2 hours 38 is not so bad. Like, yes, the total time. So many McDos. I did bring snack with me. Walang hinto-hinto to. We're gonna go to the customer, we're gonna deliver her computer, then we're gonna just turn around and head straight back home. So walang lunch breaks or anything. Okay, okay. Although at least with this system, you can tell kapag may pothole kasi talagang gumagalaw yung gumagalaw din yung camera. um yeah, so there's gonna be no lunch break, there's gonna be no ano, so I brought my own snacks. I have half a key from Most Cookies, one of the best cookies. I really like chocolate chip cookies, and Most is one of my favorites. My actually just thinks they're okay, but I think they're pretty good. Like, ang dami ng options sa market for chocolate chip cookies. But I personally like Most. I think they're superior to basically any other commercial cookie. Although there are other commercial cookies that I've tried na masarap din naman. But in terms of consistency and they're easy to get, Most is good. So I have half. I already ate the other half. I have half Most cookie na yung South Cotabato dark chocolate. And then I hope and I have also their courtesy of our sponsor, Republic of Gamers. No, just kidding. This is the ROG tumbler that they gave me from the Gundam collection. Alright, we're stopping for people crossing the roads. You know, mas masaya yung drive from to Batangas before. Yun mas traffic. Mas highway. And then nung off the highway na, parang yung low-low talaga na probinsya na I had to, that time na I did a personal delivery to like the end of Batangas. What are these two guys doing? My goodness. There was a part of the road, yun nga sobrang loob, parang medyo mountainous yung daan. There was a part of the road na there's a river, you know, you'd see a waterfall in the background. Tapos you needed to cross like a bridge na walang harang. So kung mali yung tansya mo, or if you're drunk or something, your car could really go over kasi walang safety barriers yung gilid. Yeah, so that was that was an interesting experience. Same car in the CRZ, so it's not like I was driving an off-road car or anything. I did get footage of that, pero yun nga, never ko na nagawa ng short. We're not really professional content creators, so it's not like we feel everything we do, you know, we feel the need to document it and then post it online. Although like this live drive stuff, it is kind of related naman to the shop. I mean, it is very much related to the shop where, you know, potential customers can see that we do take care of the items, so much so na door to door talaga, point to point from the shop. I was gonna overtake this truck, but there's like a bus in the overtaking lane, so I gotta go back behind the truck. There you go. So, you know, potential customers do see the care that we put into our service. I like meeting the customers, I like taking long drives. And you do worry if you send it out via courier, as I mentioned earlier. Although when we do have to send it out by courier, like for example, we got a full rig na from Palawan, order from Palawan. Obviously, we can't drive to Palawan. We do have to send it out by courier. Kung full rig, what we do is, usually kasi gusto ni customer na buo na, like they don't want to have to install anything anymore. We stuff the entire insides with bubble wrap. Marami naman excess bubble wrap kasi everybody's ordering Lazada, like for personal use, or even for the shop, we buy bubble wrap. So there's a lot of bubble wrap and we stuff it inside. This is like the third world way to do it. Medyo low budget way of doing it. The way they do it in the States is may parang packing foam na nag-expand. So when you put it in, it's kind of flat, and then you heat it up or something, then it expands to fill up the space. So talagang contoured siya dun sa dimensions and dun sa sizes nung laman nung particular case mo. I haven't looked about getting that here. That's the SOP in the States, like how they ship computers, like all of the guys who ship online, you know, the New Egg guys, and even like yung mga artisan builds na wala na bankrupt na, but you know, those kind of custom builders in the States, that's usually how they ship their the rigs. Yun nga, may parang custom packing foam na it heats up to fill up the space. But since we're in the Philippines and we're third world, we just stuff everything with bubble wrap. And to be fair, wala pa naman problema. Although yeah, as much as possible, especially for, you know, medyo high-end builds. Kasi hindi lang damage yung kalaban mo eh. Kalaban mo din, you don't know kung you know, the courier has so many employees. Honest ba yung employee na makakahawak ng part mo? Especially when, you know, medyo it's kind of heavy. You know, they don't need to see it to know na, oh, baka medyo mahal tong item na to. Sa bigat pa lang nung fully assembled computer, medyo may kutob ka na, oh, medyo mabebenta ko to kaya kung ano man to. So that's why we do put insurance also on all of our shipments. Okay, I think it's time I got in front of this truck. Oh, look, there's a guy doing counterflow. Alright, truck. Okay, we're still on econ mode actually. I think we can bump it up to normal. Just making sure. Okay, still on track. What is this goddamn guy doing? Another guy on a motorcycle doing counterflow. Guy in a wheelchair on the road. Hirap din ang driving conditions sa atin. It's not, you really gotta be aware all of the time. I did actually approach one car manufacturer, not one of the big ones, na they have a full EV vehicle. Well, they have a full EV. And then I want to try it out. So actually I approached them several weeks ago. Na, you know, can we borrow the vehicle so we can do a review, since, you know, I'm experienced naman with the CRZ and I'm curious about EVs. So it'll be good exposure also for the vehicle. I mean, you know, we do have viewers on Hardware Sugar. Sayang kasi it would have been perfect test drive sana Makati to Lucena. Kasi yung one of the main scary points of an EV is that na maubusan ng charge, and it's not like yung gas station kasi, you know, everywhere you turn usually may gas station, pero one concern about the EVs is that, yeah, you know, the only place to charge would be at home or something, or some other, wala namang public, I mean, there are very, very few public access points here sa atin where you can charge an EV. So too bad. They never, like, they acknowledged email, and they said that they talk about it internally and they never got back to us. So too bad. That would have been an interesting experience to try that EV delivery point, Makati to Lucena and back. I don't know, it's like 120 kilometers or so. Yung range kasi nun mga 200 ata. So actually baka medyo dicey. Medyo dicey kung if we did that in that EV. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not a Tesla, so the range is not, I mean, it's a small car type of EV. But like if we have our own in-house talaga sa Hardware Sugar na delivery, I'd like it to be EV. Just for less maintenance, less moving parts in the engine. I do have solar panels in the house, so we could charge it there or something. Para libre, basically. But we're malayo-layo pa tayo dyan na that Hardware Sugar has its own ano talaga delivery service na in-house all the time. I mean, heck, you know, we've been around for maybe 4 years or so. Ako nagde-deliver noon, ako pa rin nagde-deliver ngayon. So on that front, not a lot has changed. Although there has been a lot of improvements in the shop. terms of inventory, in terms of the size of the shop, in terms of the number of people we have with us. So definitely we're getting bigger naman. It's just that there hasn't been really like enough volume to justify in-house 24 service talaga na service na under us talaga. And even if we had an in-house one, I bet I would still do like these long drive deliveries. Parang wala lang, parang masaya naman. The longest the farthest delivery I've ever done for Hardware Sugar is La Union. The farthest delivery I've ever done for Hardware Sugar is La Union. So, Makati to La Union. Di yun balikan. I mean, technically you could do that balikan, but we decided to make a trip out of it. Excuse me. And so, dala pa yung family ko. We stayed overnight sa La Union. Actually, we stayed for 2 nights, and then during the family trip, dineliver ko na rin yung parts to our customer in La Union. Who was a super loyal customer. Still buys from us up to now. And still, did I see Revenjan's name just pop up? I didn't see the try to focus on the road, but if that's you, Revenjan, sup? Yeah, so that was my farthest delivery to La Union. And that customer also frequently pops up in our chats. I mean, in the YouTube comments, he's very active as well up to now. So, yeah, it's nice personal connection that you get with the customers. Man, we're making good times, like 8 o'clock. We left before 7. Been streaming an hour, 10 minutes. This is not the highway that I imagined it would be. Oh, so it's a Toyota 86, which I know about because I was oh my goodness. Okay, so we're passing, it's a funeral march and we're passing it now, and I've never understood why. Okay, so I'm like a lot of people, a lot of folks are traditionalists, and I'll probably get in trouble maybe with some people for saying so, but I don't think that the dead should inconvenience the living. And it is, especially in the city, kahit sa linggo, when you're behind the funeral march, it's like, oh my god, and you can't beep them and they won't get out of the way. I think there are better ways to honor the people who have passed on than inconveniencing the people who are still around. So what this, guys? So I'm really anti, oh man, it's like a fork in the road. I don't know, should I go straight? What is this? Man, I miss my GPS. Like, I have to go straight or turn right. Pero di naman siguro turn right, walang nagto-turn right eh. Pero mukha siyang highway eh. Yeah, so I get super annoyed every time I see a funeral march. Feel free to cancel Hardware Sugar. Although, to be honest, that's like one of the more innocuous opinions I have. Alright, mukhang tama naman. Good thing I did not go down that empty road that was very tempting kasi walang tao. What is up with my GPS? Mas mura gas dito ah. Although Batangas does have the ports. I think there's a port where they land oil there. So I don't know if that's the reason, but mas mura. My gas is actually holding up pretty well. It's still, I was at full tank when we started. It's still showing up as full tank. And our average kilometers for this trip, average kilometers per liter is just under 20. So it's around 19, 18 kilometers per liter, which is quite good. The average I get on this one is 12.8. So all of the highway driving has worked out. I mean, definitely. Oh my god, and there's like another, I don't know, there's something like another convoy over there. I mean, it was on the other side of the road, so I didn't pass it. I could just see it. Ugh. Public road, man. I mean, is it the best for the public that other people are clogging up the road? For the record, when I die, that I don't care what happens to my mortal remains. Please, whoever's in charge of whatever's left of me, don't put it in a funeral procession. Gods. Although hopefully that won't be for quite a while yet. Hopefully malayo-layo pa din yun. Okay, it's kind of congested here. What do you guys want to talk about? Computers? Delivery? Okay, I'm going back on econ mode now. Since it's traffic. If you look at this on the map, it's kind of like just a straight shot. You get on SLEX and then you just and then at a certain point, you get off at Santo Tomas. And after that, yeah, it's just like straight all the way, roughly. Although if you were to go as the crow flies, you would pass Laguna de Bay ata. So you do have to kind of skirt, well, SLEX, the whole SLEX basically are skirting the lake. I'm a little hungry, but it's only 8 o'clock. And I'm doing IF nga. Now I have some road anecdotes, but I already told them in my last live drive, but that was 6 months ago, so maybe it's fine. Or we can also talk about, like, we have 2 upcoming videos for Hardware Sugar that I'm excited about. I hope they do well. I'm trying to. We didn't really chase subs before in terms of like picking video topics that we think would get a lot of subs. We didn't really do that a lot before, but now that we're super close to 100k, like we're at 91.8, 91,800 or so subs. I am trying to pick them a bit better. So basically, I just, make the videos that I find interesting and not so much na, ito mabenta to, a lot of people will subscribe. But now that we're super close to 100k, I am trying to maybe pick them a bit more and do the other stuff later para maka 100k tayo before the year ends. So we do have 2 videos coming out na I'm excited about. One is the Lazada monitors video. So I bought the 3 cheapest gaming monitors on Lazada. And yun, the video is like, ano ba, okay ba sila? Like, magkano ba sila? Tama ba yung specs na ina-advertise nila? Are you able to game? Or may stuttering pa ba? May screen tearing? Kamusta ba yung quality ng monitor? Yeah, so that's one. Basically, anything in our market na medyo budget tends to do well. So that's why I'm also excited for that video. Okay, let's take some water. Try not to drink too much also kasi don't want to have to go out and pee. But at the same time, talking for an hour, 20 minutes or so, you know, works up a thirst. Although, when I was teaching, I could go like an hour and a half. I mean, well, before when I first started teaching, so the classes would be 50 minutes long. And then when I first started, sobrang nauubusan ka talaga ng laway. So you're super parched at the end. Okay, just don't spill water. But it's amazing. Your body quickly adapts to what you need. So, you know, about a month or 2 weeks into it, medyo nasasanay ka na talking. For you who haven't seen our old videos, I used to teach at university. So, yun. Nung nagsimula ako, talagang grabe. Parang at the end of a 50-minute class, wala na akong nalulunok kasi, you know, ubos na laway ko. Oh, what's this? But yeah, it quickly adapts. I do miss teaching actually. Actually, I've applied again to teach, but well, I used to teach English before at university. But with the change of the curriculum, so I was teaching before K to 12. With the changes in the curriculum, I am no longer qualified to teach at the university level. Oh, what happened? So I wouldn't be allowed to teach anymore English. Much to my sadness, kasi yun nga, I do like reading. Not so much. It's very hard to teach writing. I mean, yes, there are certain people who already have I mean, yun nga, university level. If you don't kind of have the instinct for it, it's very difficult na at that stage to kind of inculcate good writing habits. But you know, I was required to. I taught both writing and literature, but yung hili ko talaga magbasa and sharing. You know, sharing. Wow, I love the short story, or that I love, you know, that metaphor. Ganda nung imagery nung libro na yon. Sobrang informative. The writing, you know, it's a bit difficult to teach, especially if you're already at the university level. Although it is nice when you have students and then you can see that they have talent, that they have potential. It wasn't, because when you teach writing, at least for me, it's not, you don't grade based on talent or kung magaling ba talaga sila magsulat. Yes, you grade them on a technical level, like if they do write well on a technical level. But it's also about the process, like do they submit their work on time? Because you're trying to teach discipline, you're trying to teach long-term planning for long-term projects. It's not like you can just, you know, you assign certain papers tapos the night before lang gagawin. But you can tell the ones who, yes, they're proficient at writing versus the ones that really have talent, and you know, have that spark, who have that knack. And the ones I noticed that did have talent, they wouldn't necessarily be like my A students, kasi nga they would submit sometimes late or something, but I would always appreciate like ano yung sinulat nila, and I would tell them na, you know, I'm giving you a B. It's not because you're a bad writer. In fact, I think you're an excellent writer. You should improve more, you should practice more, you should read more. Best advice to become a writer is to read more. Read and read anything. It doesn't need to be like yung highfalutin na literature with a capital L. Just read. But yeah, I would explain to them, you know, I'm grading. I also have to grade the process, and you know, you were late, or you didn't meet some of the technical requirements, like mali yung footnoting mo, for example, if it were a research paper. But I would always make sure to tell the people, no, I thought had talent na keep it up, you know, this grade is just measuring other things, not the raw potential that I think you have. And you know, palagi naman, at least in every class, may at least one or two people na you think, ito, magaling to magsulat. And I hope na, and you learn. Like, you know, I was a fresh grad when I started teaching, and I was in law school at the same time. So there is a bit, like, even though I was close in age to my students, there is a bit of a difference in terms of technical skill in writing, or as well as appreciation of literature. Not least also because I was already taking advanced classes when I was still in college and high school. So on paper, the difference should have been quite stark, but when I would read this, especially good papers, like, I would learn a lot. I would enjoy reading them. So I do miss teaching, in part because you do miss reading, like, ito, galing nitong, this kid will go far, this kid has potential. But I have applied to teach again, pero marketing, which seems like a natural fit now because, you know, we grew the YouTube channel from 0 to almost 100k subs now, and it's been super important to get the word out there about Hardware Sugar since, you know, bagong shop lang naman kami noon. Still relatively a new shop, still, you know, small shop. That's why the YouTube is super important. Yeah, so I have applied to teach maybe next sem, pero yeah, I don't be English, which I am a little sad about. Man, I miss my GPS. You know, this, I know, I was gonna say this route looks super familiar, pero have I been here before? Have I delivered here before? Hindi pa naman ata. Yeah, actually the man, okay, the delivery to Batangas, it came at it from the other end, so I bypassed Lucena. Parang umikot ako sa other end. So I don't think I've been to this part before. But to be honest, this is not the driving I like. It's kind of like you're driving in Santa Rosa or Tagaytay, yung maraming establishments on the side of the road, so there are always people parked, there are tricycles, there are people and things like that. So I can't get sana maka-highway na ulit tayo, but I think medyo ganito na siya all the way up to the customer's place. Okay, just making sure I did the right turn. We're in San Pablo now. Yes, we're in San Pablo. Malapit na ba yun sa Lucena? Because my GPS is not cooperating with me. Mukhang tama naman. Ayos. Okay. Yeah, I can't imagine having to drive before with paper maps. Yung lang real-time updates na, okay, turn right here. Go straight. Although yun yung feeling ko ngayon kasi damn. Oh, malayo-layo pa tayo, guys. Oh, medyo malayo-layo pa tayo. Still kind of far. Oh, it's only 8:30. I don't know, it feels like I've been driving for longer. Yeah, so should we talk about computers? Should we talk about driving? There's a tricycle in front of me. Yeah, so we have a video recently on like tracing the evolution of tech in cars. So you have a BMW 325, a Porsche Cayenne, and a Mazda CX-8. Sobrang ganda nung driving assist ng Mazda CX-8, the latest version. Crazy. Ay. 10,000. Ay. Thousand thundering typhoons. Oh, I hate tricycles. Yes, not the drive I had in mind. Oh, hopefully Waze picks me out a less traffic route or less populated route going home. Mas gusto ko yung loob. Like you really go into unexplored places. Now it's just traffic. I'm even on econ mode. Thank you. I didn't see your name, but you got the reference to Tintin. Good job. Hats off. Props to you. Yeah. Blistering barnacles, 10,000 thundering typhoons. Big Tintin fan. So props to you. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. I just saw the message in chat. But yes. Although that's my safe for work cursing. You know, if it were just me, like not streaming, you'd hear like sailor level profanities when I'm driving if it were just me. But you know, let's try to keep it PG. So 10,000 thundering typhoons it is. Tropic. So one anecdote like I've repeated several times I think, and I also did it last live drive, was na what am I doing here in the middle of everybody? Okay, oh man, there's like a pedicab, like literally, he's not even on the pedicab, he's just pushing the pedicab. Where are we, guys? Where are we? What happened to my highway? So I mentioned na nakadrive na ako in different places, in different countries. So one of them was Germany sa Autobahn. Yung Autobahn walang speed limit. You can go as fast as the hell you want on the German Autobahn. And they take the overtaking lane seriously there. So like we were driving on the Autobahn, we were taking turns. So it was my brother Rafael driving. And then he was yun nga kasi hindi siya mindful about the overtaking lane kasi we don't take it seriously here. So he was in the overtaking lane for such a long time. Hindi ko naman nakapansin. You know, when I'm driving, I don't usually I don't backseat drive. I don't take a look at what the driver's doing or anything. So you know, I was just looking out the window, just staring at staring at the road, looking at the highway go by. He was in the overtaking lane for such a long time. Tapos he was clogging up the overtaking lane. Walang makadaan. Because the Germans, you know, walang speed limit sa Autobahn, but they follow the rules. I only overtake on the overtaking lane. Hindi lang parang, di kagaya nung sa atin, kung may tao sa overtaking lane, gusto mo mag-overtake, you know, papasok ka dun sa kabilang lane, di ba? Pero, so the German drivers behind him were following the overtaking. But they couldn't overtake. So they were in the overtaking lane, but they were following behind him. So when he finally realized na, shit, I'm clogging up the lane, he immediately, you know, went into the middle lane. And then the first German guy who passed him, like, gave him like a really nasty look. Like, what the hell were you thinking? Tapos dun sa Europe, I think you can tell the level of how important a driver or the owner of the car thinks he is based on how much tint there is. Kung sobrang midnight tint yung sasakyan, alam mo na feeling yan, VIP yan, politiko yan. So that's my personal gauge. And usually the jerks on the road are the guys with super heavy tint. And I think it just gives you a sense of anonymity na nobody can see me behind my wall-to-wall tint na I don't know how they drive because it's so dark outside. In Europe, actually, it's like illegal in some countries to have tint, precisely because nga they want to be able to see into the car. So there's no tint there. So when Rafael finally pulled over, moved to the non-overtaking lane, man, the guy who passed us was like really giving this nasty look, but still super polite. I mean, you know, kung American pa yun, they would have given the finger and something. Started shouting at him from inside the car. None of that with the German. But he just gave Rafael this really withering look, like what were you doing, man? I mean, kulang, yeah, it's really like you didn't need words. you didn't need words to what's this? Enrique, I didn't see the comment, Enrique Ray, sorry. But I saw it was about school. I'll scroll through the comments again later. But I think if I press this, here. No, sorry, hindi ko na ma-pull up eh. I really need like a Rio or like a radar operator na like a rear somebody who's with me on the drive too. Oh, thank you, tricycle. No, sure, cut into my lane. I don't mind that I've been waiting here, and you feel that you should go ahead because you're a tricycle. No problem. Hate tricycle. Yeah, so no words were necessary from that German because it was quite clear what message he wanted to send to my brother. And I think medyo na-trauma din si Rafael dun sa autobahn eh. Yung no speed limit plus yung overtaking. Like following the overtaking lane. But I loved it. Loved the autobahn. Loved driving the autobahn. You see Priuses going there at like 200 kilometers per hour. Like it's ridiculous. Grabe. Like it's a mofo Prius. It's going at 200 km per. Tapos basa pa yung daan. Like it had been raining. You see a Prius going at 200 kilometers per hour and he's spraying water all over the place kasi may tubig sa daan. And he's not even worried about hydroplaning, yung walang traction sa daan, so nadudulas yung sasakyan. I'm like, wild. I love this highway. It's like, it's such a sobrang enjoy mag-drive sa autobahn. Of course, you know, you have to be safe. Only go at the speed that you're comfortable with. The car that we were in was kind of old, so we were hitting like sobrang bilis na para sa atin. 100, 120 I think is my personal maximum na sustained. But at like 100, 120 our car medyo nagka-cavitate na. Medyo you know, it started shaking. So you know, I wasn't in the overtaking lane for a long time. But I did respect the overtaking lane. But I love driving on the autobahn. And you see crazy stuff there. But you know, one time on the autobahn, nagka-traffic and there was an accident up ahead. So as usual in any country, parang nag-build up yung traffic. Pero automatic na for the Germans, tatabi sila sa daan so that emergency services could pass by. And it was really amazing to see na parang sobrang ingrained na, automatic na sa kanila na traffic, and then they can hear the sirens behind them. Lahat na sila, it's like the Red Sea parting for Moses. It's like a zipper when you bring it down when you bring it down. It just parted, and then ako wala namang experience with that. I remember I was the one driving, but you just follow what everybody else is doing, tatabi ka din, and then you'll see behind you na may dadaan na ambulance. And sobrang galing. It's really, yeah, like just common sense really na ingrained for drivers. And it's nice to experience that because, you know, to be honest, a lot of drivers sa atin walang common sense. Feeling nila basta nakatint sila, okay na sila. The level of driving stupidity is directly proportional to how heavily tinted your car is. That's my personal maxim. And you'll notice actually my car is not heavily tinted at all. Like the front is not tinted at all. This is like medium tint. Kasi nahihirapan din ako sa gabi. I don't like heavy tint because it's difficult to drive with at night. It cuts down your situational awareness. Oh, come on. Do it, truck. Do it. Overtake. Yeah, truck, overtake this one truck. Yeah, and then get out of the way, tricycle. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, let's get some speed. Ay, yes. Okay, thank you at least truck for slowing down. Ay, became concerned about speed now because apparently we still have a long way to go. Definitely not the Autobahn. But it's nerve-wracking then driving in other countries. Yun nga, I've done extensively through Europe, both Western and a little bit of Eastern. I've done it I've driven in the States, I've driven in New Zealand, so right-hand drive. Medyo, at least dito sa atin, parang walang disiplina yung mga drivers. Pero, alam mo na eh. Like, oh, you know, this idiot who just turned on hazard, you know, he's going to he's gonna U-turn in the middle of the road. I mean, and you can kind of expect it. When you're driving in a foreign country, iba kasi yung... Okay, we're supposed to go straight? Okay, yeah. Iba yung default, oh my goodness. Okay, there's a big truck who's trying to merge. Yup, okay, merge. But don't merge. Ay, these trucks, man. Iba yung, okay, sports mode. Oh, come on, truck. Come on. Don't do that. What are you doing? Okay, that's why we have sports modes. Yeah, so here, parang you can at least anticipate. Doon kasi parang it's really much more nerve-wracking for me. Number one, kasi hindi mo kabisado yung lugar. I get tense if I'm not familiar with where I'm going. So that's one. And then number two, yun nga, parang it's hard to anticipate okay, thank you, what the drivers will do over there. Although in New Zealand, the right-hand drive, okay. So we rented a car, tapos manual siya na right-hand drive. So literally, because you're on the other side, you use your left hand to shift. And I thought medyo maninibago ako, but you know, after mabilis naman siya. And it's nice driving there, nice scenery, not too much traffic. We were in Queenstown, so very nice. Go back there when the kids are grown up. All right, so ay nako, motorcycle. Alright, I think we've passed San Pablo, so medyo nag-thin out na yung traffic at the city limits. Although, still not highway speeds by any means. I don't know when we're getting the 40 series. Yun nga, I haven't really... stupid motorcycle again. I haven't really asked our suppliers about it. I mean, I'm not in a rush. We do have some people who've asked us na, let us know naman when you're getting, and I'm like, yeah, sure. But I haven't really, because you know, I'm feeling ko naman they will, once the suppliers get, they'll let me know naman. They know naman na Hardware Sugar is interested, especially in the high-end stuff. So, you know, when we get them, we'll get them. Medyo naka-backlash din with Nvidia for the pricing. Although, my feeling on that is a lot of people complain about the pricing. And then they swear that they're gonna get AMD, pero bibili pa rin sila sa Nvidia. Especially sa atin, sobrang brand recognition is important, and Nvidia is top of mind when it comes to sports mode, when it comes to GPUs. So I see a lot of comments online saying that this is it, grabe na kayo Nvidia. Never again, pricing ninyo pang pandemic crypto mining levels pa, pero hindi naman tapos na yon, ba't ganyan pa rin? And everybody's like, oh no, AMD na, AMD Team Red, lipat Team Red. But I doubt it. We like our brands, and Nvidia is top of mind for GPUs. Also, there is the Arc series coming out from Intel. That one though, I haven't seen any word from our suppliers kailan magkakaroon. I don't know if we'll be carrying it. there's a guy who's just counterflowing at me, but since my lane naman is okay, I just let him, you know. Not a big deal. Just give him room to overtake. See, that's fine. I mean, you know, I have a lot of room. I don't mind giving you room. Yeah, go right ahead and counterflow. Alright, the road's actually quite clear ahead of us. That's why I have picked up the speed. Yeah, so GPU wise, I mean, performance is supposed to be good. I mean, it is a good bump over the 30 series cards. Although there is that kerfunkel with the 480. You want the 16GB version? Because basically the 12GB ata is just like a baked over 4070. So you're not getting value for money. So yeah, a lot of negative comments feeling na linaloko ni Nvidia yung consumer based on the pricing and on the specs of some of the cards. But kasi to be fair, Nvidia does pack a lot of hardware into their products. I mean, you got DLSS, you got the NVEC coder. Oh my goodness, there's another guy who's counterflowing. So not to upgrade. Tsaka sobrang mahal nung incoming cards na we have to stock the 30 series and we have to stock the 40 series. And then nagkataon na same time as the 7000 series. So it's really hard for capital flow of the shop to afford all of these new things. Kasi syempre, bago, mahal. I mean, it's not like we're just buying the 7000 series or something. Ow. Ayas. Oh. Had to overtake the tricycle. Lost you there for a moment. Okay, we're entering the province of Quezon. There are no signs too. I mean, okay, we're gonna come up to a left turn. Oh, it's Villa Escudero, but now it's Hacienda Escudero. Where's my left turn, guys? Man, oh, we need the Candelaria bypass road. Okay. Kinda need to pee. Where's my left turn? Where is... That can't be it. Alright, sorry for the lack of commentary. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to turn left. Because again, I have no GPS for some reason. Oh, another McDo. Just wanna pop in, have a hash brown. Okay, Sariles. See, I'm not supposed to go on the railroad. Where is my left turn? Oh, okay. Alright, there's a sign. There's an honest to goodness sign. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, we want the Candelaria bypass route. parang there's no left. Okay, shit. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, I read the map wrong. It's like I'm back to paper maps here. Parang dire-diretso lang din. There was a sign that said Lucena 22 km. And Waze says we're still on the proper highway, so I guess we are good. Getting a bit hot though. We're back on econ mode. Yeah, so I'm not in a rush to get the 40 series, but I guess we will have to get a couple for early adopters. But it's really hard to try to figure out the pricing. I mean, obviously there is a set price and then we just follow our standard markup. But I mean, like, ilan ba dapat kunin namin? Kasi kung babagsak bigla yung presyo, for whatever reason, Nvidia decides that it has seen the folly of its ways, although probably not. And that's really the thing with having a small shop like Hardware Sugar. You nanguhula ka palagi, like what should I stock and how many. And we, you know, when you buy, na disconnect pala yung internet. Thank. And we might have taken, we're like, alright, we took a wrong turn here. We're going through the town. Oh man, it sucks. We should have taken the highway. We should have turned left at the gas station. Ano nangyari yun? Crap. Okay, took a wrong turn. Or rather, we failed to make the turn and now here we are. Pero parang yung dating, I just ended up going through the town. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Lucena still says 40 kilometers. It's not that far actually. So maybe get to the customer by 10 o'clock, be home by 1 o'clock. Yes, so I was ranting before I noticed na the internet had cut off, na these new releases are death to the shop because you need a lot of capital to afford all of the latest stuff, and that's capital we don't have kasi talagang ikot-ikot lang yung pera. We buy something from the supplier, we sell it, and then ikot ulit yan back to the supplier to buy more things, to buy different things. So wala talagang savings sa account ng shop. So we have to find money someplace to afford the new stuff, which is expensive on its own. So these new releases, and then yun nga, di mo pa alam ano yung mabenta na high stakes guessing game because you don't wanna over order tapos pala hindi mabenta yung item. Yeah, that sucks. So always a bit of a stressful time with these new launches. So we have the 7000 series coming out, and then the 7000 series out now, then the 40 series Nvidia coming out very soon. Intel 13th gen also should be out soon. We've actually gotten a sneak peek, but we can't talk about it. Embargoed. But at least what's nice with the Intel 12th gen now is that backward compatible siya with, sorry, what's nice about the 13th gen, it's backward compatible with the 12th gen. So the motherboards use the same socket, LGA 1700. So you can use, let's say you have a 12th gen system, want to upgrade, you can still use the same motherboard. Which means you won't need to change the CPU basically if you want to update. Which is a turnaround from Intel, who usually likes changing sockets every generation, which has been a real pain in the ass for consumers and for shops who need to stock all of the different changing logos. Unlike AMD na sobrang consistent, AM per platform, amazing, legendary. Sobrang galing ng engineering yung AM4 na they were able to get performance gains, like hindi lang pipitsugin performance gains but actual gains from the same platform for over 5 generations. It's like pretty good. Of course AMD, motorcycle, god. Of course AMD had to change to the AM5 for the 7000 series, pero what a run. Hats off to AMD for, okay, switch to normal mode, gotta get a bit more aggressive here. What a run by AMD with the AM4 platform. Really good for consumers, good for the company. Props to their engineering guys. Ay, motorcycle. And I think Intel felt the heat. Well, obviously Intel felt the heat a little because they were no longer the market leader, both in terms of performance and value of the company. Intel really has taken a hit the past few years. We didn't even stock we stocked very little of the 9th, 10th, and 11th gens. We only really came back for the 12th gen. And that's the great thing about competition. It forces you to up your game. Good for the consumer. Same principle that we hope for with Hardware Sugar. You might not buy from us, but if we're able to influence other shops in a good way, I mean, not to overstate our impact on the industry. We're a very small shop with limited reach. Pero kung magbago sila because of something that we've done, magbago positively, consumer, free market. One place definitely where shops can improve is on the warranty thing. This is why we're always big on Hardware Sugar about no BS warranty. Kalokohan yung kailangan ng original packaging. We don't ask for that shit. I mean, that's really ridiculous. And you'll find when you send it back to the supplier, you also don't need to send it back in its original packaging. So invento lang talaga yun ng mga shops para mahassle yung customer. So we don't do that. Man, I miss my GPS, god damn it. There are no signs or anything. What do you do? Are you turning left? Why are you signaling left? Oh, you are turning left? Okay. Alright, so tama pa naman. What's going on? What's going on? And it's funny because we're super big about the consumer, making it easier for the consumer. We get people who haven't bought from us, then they ask us to facilitate their problems with their hardware. I mean, facilitate like with the brand itself or with the shop. And I'm like, you know, we want to help you, pero labas na kami dun. You didn't buy from us. I mean, grabe naman. And also, we won't get entertained by the dealer. Just yesterday, I had an inquiry. Sir, yung bumili ako ng Forge 100R tapos nasira yung side panel. Can you help me get a replacement? So, ako naman, I just assumed na galing sa amin yun. Automatically, nagtanong na ako sa mga suppliers. And then, sabi ng supplier, sir, wala kang record sa amin ng ganon. Yung ganon na serial number. Pag nung tinanong ko yung customer, galing ba yan sa amin? Hindi. What? Grabe naman, guys. I mean, why would you come to us if the part that you're asking help for is not from us? I mean, we go above and beyond, but I mean, that is like ridiculously above and beyond. Nakabakamot na lang ng ulo. And I did feel a bit foolish. Nahiya ako sa mga suppliers ko na hassle ko pa sila. Kasi hinanap talaga nila yung serial number na yun for that. It was a case. TG side panels, it was a case. So medyo nahiya ako. Kasi ako automatic reaction. Okay, let's help the customer out. Hindi pala galing yun sa amin. To be honest, medyo nainis ako konti. I mean like, di ba medyo common sense kung hindi galing sa amin, don't ask us for help on that. Kasi hindi rin kami makatulong. Like that part. It needs to be from the shop where it came from. Hindi kami i-entertain ng mga dealers for parts na di namin binili. So, then we had one comment na sinusumbong niya yung isa pang PC shop na mas malaki sa amin, and kung makatulong ba kami. Like, ang layo na ng kwento, hinahack daw ng PC shop na yun yung personal account niya. I don't know, you get some really weird interactions online. So ako naman, I was like, following up the warranty of other shops is not a service we provide, which I admit was a little no, I think tamang lang. I mean, it says what it says on its face, right? I mean, it's not from us, you didn't interact with us. How, kumbaga, in the law, there's such a thing called jurisdiction, and that's outside of our jurisdiction. Wala kaming standing to complain, to go to another shop, to go to the distributors for a part we didn't buy. Wala kaming we have no right to interfere with the relationship because it is a contractual relationship. If a shop buys something from a supplier, then the relationship exists because of the purchase. If the purchase does not exist, i.e. like in this case where Hardware Sugar was not the one who bought the item from the supplier, we have no standing. We have no reason and no even legal justification to intervene. So napapakamot lang talaga. And then what really kind of ticked me off about that was like, okay, number one, we go out of our way. Na-hassle pa kami with these inquiries na we don't have the power to help, and really we shouldn't be the one you're approaching. You should approach the store where you bought it from. And it detracts time from customers who are actually paying. The customers who actually have inquiries, who have technical support, who have RMA issues with us, it takes time away from the guys who actually paid us because I have to answer inquiries like that. And plus, yun nga, I don't like feeling a fool in front of the suppliers. Naiya ako na automatically in-assume ko lang na galing yun sa amin, hindi pala. I mean, grabe naman. And then there was this one that comment na sinusumbong niya yung isang shop kung makatulong ba or something. And then I replied na warranty services of another shop is not something is not a service that we provide. And of course, some guy on the commented on the internet na, oh, but you should, even though if the part is not from you, as part of your customer service, you should help the guy out. That's what being a good shop is, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, man, I mean, you're saying that that's part of customer service. He's not a customer. Logic pa lang, bagsak na yung reasoning. I mean, it's part of good customer service. He's not a customer. He doesn't fall under that ambit. I was like, napakamot na talaga ako dun sa, oh, but you should still help him out. How can we help him out? How? Pupunta kami sa shop na, oh, dapat tulungan mo yan. Di ko kilala yung shop na yan. I have no personal relationship with that shop. But, like, I'm gonna, just the power of the audience. Thank you so much, Hardware Sugar audience. Sobrang kumalat yung post na yon. That shop actually reached out personally to us. And they're a big shop. They're one of the established shops dito sa atin. I mean, big time shop. They're like, uy sir, kami ba to? I'm like, yeah, kayo yan. And maybe you can help him out. So I did forward the information of that particular complainant. But, yun nga, sila yung lumapit. Wala akong contact doon. I have no idea sino ko contact doon. Di naman ako papansinin. So, I was really... I get kinda annoyed. Parang inaabuso na yung no BS warranty namin. I mean, bare minimum naman, guys. You need to be a customer for us to help you, okay? For a lot of reasons. For legal reasons, for practical reasons, and really for common sense reasons. Ano matutulong namin if the very basic requirement na galing yun sa amin, hindi pa, you know, it's not fulfilled. And I got really annoyed with that guy who said na internally, I mean, I try as much as possible not to. Wait guys, wait. Wait. Sorry, camera. Alright, did I make the proper turn? Okay, because there's like a right turn somewhere, and yeah, I'm eyeballing it kasi walang GPS. So annoying. And then medyo matagal before the Waze updates kasi wala nga GPS. Pero I think tama naman yung right turn ko. Tama ba? Talk to me, Goose. Yes? Mukhang tama naman. I miss my GPS. Actually, I want to buy a second-hand Google Pixel 6. Not the Pixel Pro, not the 6. Alright, let's see if the connection is stable. Overall, the connection is better, but still may gaps. Does look like we made the right turn kanina. Yeah, so if anybody... So I've just been bitching about my GPS the entire time because walang GPS. I don't know, for some reason walang GPS tong phone. It's been wonky for a while now actually. Medyo bumibigay na talaga siya. But I want to buy a Google Pixel 6, not the 6a, not the Pixel Pro, but just the 6. I do know it's coming out soon. So I'm looking for a second-hand one at a good price because I want to change my current phone. I do like getting my phone second-hand. In fact, anything I can get second-hand. I like getting second-hand. So if anybody knows anyone who is selling it at a good price, please leave it in the comments or message us on Facebook because I'd really like to buy one. I think a fair price would be around 13,000, 14 depending on the condition. Kasi yun nga, the 7 is about to be released. 6 is last year's model. It will soon not be the flagship anymore. Alright. But I don't want the Japanese version because that one has a built-in sound when you use the phone. When you click on the phone, when you take a picture, there's like chick chick. And they do that because all of the upskirt problems in Japan. I don't want that sound. I don't do upskirts, pero you know, I want, sometimes I need the phone to be silent, right? Like if I'm in a theater or whatever, I don't know. There are legit reasons why you would want your phone to be silent. Not just because you're trying to surreptitiously take indecent pictures. So, Google Pixel 6, anybody at a good price? Anybody out there? I'd like to buy it second hand, pero not the Japanese version. I have looked online. There was one promising one Facebook Marketplace, but when I messaged him to ask kung Japanese version ba or hindi na siya nag-reply. So, yeah. Although kung wala talaga, you know, I don't mind waiting. My sister is coming home from the States after Christmas, so I'll just ask her to buy one there in the States if kung wala akong mahanap dito. It's just that, you know, it will save me several months. Like magagamit ko na yung new phone, the Pixel 6, if I get it here. Pero yung maganda sa States kasi, ang laki ng market. Dami talagang options for second hand. And I love getting second hand. My current phone is second hand also, the OnePlus 5T. Through Swappa also. So much. I mean, sort of the GPS is kind of conked out na medyo. So I no regrets getting. Yeah, I don't need the Pixel Pro, the more flagship one. Just the 6 is fine. The 6A is wag naman yung budget. So the version, the alpha version is the budget. actually behind the truck. I'm kind of tamad to overtake. Sometimes I can try to convince myself na it's God telling you to just get better gas mileage and not, mag-arangkada masyado. So sometimes I just try to look at it as a blessing. But sometimes it's really hard to to think like that. Sports mode. Oh, I've done sports mode a lot on this drive, but I haven't done speed boost yet. No need to really. Okay, wide open road, no one in front of me. In sports mode. Alright. Oh my goodness, somebody counterflowing. Yeah, I think that was the first rant I did. Congrats to me. Usually on these live drives, I'm ranting left and right about kind of idiocy. Like, why? Especially the people online. I'm gonna do a video on like yung topic parang ba't walang pumapansin sa'yo online? And then like it's all the people don't communicate very effective. Oh my goodness, there's like super traffic up ahead. What is this? I feel like a lot of improvement could be done on the way people communicate online. Because the whole point of communication is to try to get a message across. Are you trying to get information? Are you requesting something? Do you need help on a particular subject? Parang ganon. And we get a lot of inquiries, both YouTube comments, Facebook messages, texts, Instagram. God, we had one question. It was through an FB account, but it bumabagsak sa Instagram namin for some reason. I have no idea why. And it was really like this really duh question, like, how do you buy a computer? So I'm like, do you mean from us or in general? Are you asking like how do you use the PC builder? Ignored. That's like one red flag right there. When somebody is trying to help you, tinanong ko nga, I'm trying to narrow it down. How to buy a computer is a very big topic, right? I don't know what you mean. So I'm trying to help you out. I ask a follow-up question. Do you mean from us, from the shop, or in general? So he doesn't answer the question at all. He just says something like, nalilito kasi ako. I'm like, that makes two of us in my head. Di ko sinabi yun. So I sent over the video we have na bibili ka 2022 kung bubuo ka ng computer in 2022, what specs, it goes through all of the specs. And this is my best answer to that question. How to buy a computer? You watch our 1 hour 20-minute video and it goes through every computer part para may idea ka. Because I don't know what this guy wants. Does he mean choosing parts? Does he mean actually going into a store? Does he mean actually buying from us? Like, is he asking, is it better to buy in store or kung online? I have no idea. And he just doesn't answer, like it's not responsive. Like then he messages right after I send the video. Nalilito pa din daw siya. And I'm like, the best answer to your question, the best answer I can give to your question is that video. Nagpahinga siya kasi late na noon, mga 1 a.m. I'm still answering inquiries, and I'm still answering very dubious inquiries. I mean, that inquiry was like medyo kamot ulo. That's going in the head scratchers one day. Hintayin mo lang na post ko yan sa Facebook. Napakamot talaga ako ng ulo. And so nagpahinga siya. The next day, he's at it again. Nalilito kasi ako, etc. And yun, that's one example of how somebody's trying to help you. You're not helping him help you. I mean, I'm not yung questions ko are legit ways of trying to narrow down the topic kasi hindi ko maintindihan exactly what you mean. Okay, wait lang. There's like a... Okay, we need to turn right. Everybody turning right? Oh yeah, kasi left is Manila. So it's like really, and it's so draining. It's like you lose faith in humanity. To be honest, like legit na parang it's like it's so tiring dealing with these guys. And then yung policy ko kasi like I want to reply to everybody as much as possible. You know, it's really yung pagbuo ng computer, nakakalito talaga yon. And I try as much as possible to reply even to inquiries na hindi ko talaga maintindihan sa nanggagaling. But it's yun, for you gotta help out also the one you're asking help from is one of the things I'll put in that video. And that guy, yeah, it's just like what? Like, yeah, what? You're no idea what's going on. Okay, I have no idea where we are. Wala pa ba tayo sa Lucena? Okay, we're on econ again, econ mode kasi we come to like a populated area again. But yeah, some inquiries talaga. That one di ko talaga nakayanan. Blinak ko na lang siya. I don't know. It's just too much for my stress level. And you know, you have people messaging. Okay lang like through Facebook kasi it's asymmetrical. I mean, most don't necessarily expect a reply right away. But some people talaga get super bent out of shape if you don't reply like within 2 hours. It's crazy. And like, I mean, you know, that's another thing. The level of expectation and entitlement na keep your pants on, man. I mean, we're gonna get to your message, but I think waiting 3 hours for a reply is reasonable. And even more so if it's during non-work hours. I mean, but some people really get bent out of shape. Parang, sana replyan mo naman ako, hindi lang scene zone. Which sometimes we do. I go through the messages all the time to make sure na walang emergency. The ones na hindi urgent to reply to, I mark unread so that I can get to them in a couple of hours. Because, yes, Virginia, that's an expression. It wasn't really Virginia who someone named Virginia. Pero hindi lang ikaw yung nag-message sa amin, hindi lang concern mo yung pinakamahalagang concern sa buong mundo right now. So wait a couple of hours. It's, you know, hang on, I gotta do some driving shit. Stretch. So I don't know, there's really a level of entitlement online, which bleeds into people who inquire with us and things like that, which, you know, I do have fun documenting on in head scratchers. Although I feel slightly bad sometimes, because sometimes I don't mean it in a mean way. I do mean it in a more pedagogical sense, like in a teaching kind of experience way, because I was a professor for 3 years, and it frustrates me why isn't communication better. And I think a lot of people have bad habits when it comes to communicating online. So yeah, sometimes the head scratchers is just my way of venting frustration, but also sometimes it's instructive. I mean it more in I really don't know what this means, or sometimes it's really like I don't know what it means, and so like I'll post it na talaga napakamot ako ng ulo. I don't understand what the question is, ano yung context, ano yung ano. But especially when we post popular head scratcher, popular in the sense na maraming nakakita, maraming nag-react, maraming nag-share, inevitably somebody in the comments will get upset na parang I'm making fun of the person, or kinakabahan na sila to message us. And then we do get messages sometimes na please don't share this on social media. But at least those guys, actually, the ones who say na please don't share this on social media, they're never head scratchers, and kita mo na pinag-isipan nila. So if you're kind of aware that you're discussing something with someone and you give the appropriate context, hindi talaga siya magiging head scratcher in the hardware sugar sense kasi magagets kita, naintindihan kita. Like, oh my god, what the hell is this motorcycle? So I've never like kung sinabi nila, well, I would never also share it if they said don't share it. Also, like, just as an aside, the legal basis for sharing, the legal basis for sharing is that letters sent to are the property of the recipient. So technically, although you could argue that it's digital, so iba na yung mundo ngayon. But the current property regime, the current rule for letters is that it becomes the property of the recipient. If you send me a message, technically, I mean, I'm going to argue based on what we know of the law right now. Those messages are mine. And also number two, we had one critic of the shop, and palagi niya kaming binabatikos online. Love this, one of the best posts that I've done in like the 4 years or so that we've been running. Oh my goodness, look at this traffic. So there's this one guy, yun nga, very critical. Palagi niyang, overpriced, hardware sugar, puro dadalang kayo. I mean, madalas magano. Sup, Hardware Sugar Fan Club. I know it's been a while, 6 months since I did the last one. I do more, but you guys, we need more out of town. We need more out of town orders. Okay, let's see if we can. Let's see what's going on here. Whoop. We're in the truck lane. Yeah, so there's this one guy, mahilig magreklamo about the shop, and publicly and online. So at one time he commented na so we did a head scratcher article, we did a head scratcher post where we were complaining about this one guy, and then nasama dun sa the original post that we made a head scratcher referenced some other guy. So basta there was another name basically in the post that wasn't Hardware Sugar, and it wasn't the original poster. The original poster mentioned another name in the post, which is the one that we shared. So this critic of Hardware Sugar, who likes bashing us, commented in the chat commented na, so dapat mag-ingat kayo, baka makasuhan kayo for making public a name. And because I'm a lawyer and I kind of know a little something about the law, I am actually very careful about what I post online. Libel, cyber libel, that's all a thing. So this guy na parang pakunwari pa na concerned na, parang dinadating na tanga talaga tong shop na to kung ano-anong pinapost, baka makasuhan pa daw kami. And I was super quick, so I it's so gratifying to me, so I replied na that's not the name of the original poster. And of course nag-reply kaagad si critic na, nga, si ano pala, hindi pala so parang kunwari na, yeah, of course, but it's nice when you catch. I don't usually reply to the bashers. I mean, it's free speech. I'm also a big proponent of free speech. It is the internet. You're never gonna win if you reply to the bashers. But just on the occasional, just the very rare times that I do reply, usually it's for that na, no, you actually don't know what you're talking about. You think, galing-galing mo, you think you know everything. And I think that's really how we try to approach the channel na, by all means, we don't know everything. There's a lot of things I don't know about tech, about law, about whatever, about literature. But we're always upfront with the audience na, guys, we're also just kind of enthusiasts and we're feeling our way along, and we do make mistakes. We try as much as possible that we don't, but we're very honest when we do. But we get these very aggressive tech guys na you don't know shit, and ano ba yan, I'm a klaseng shop yan, and things like that. So it's just kind of gratifying when sometimes, very occasionally. Shoot, is this the bypass road? I don't know. Okay, there's like a I should have taken a right turn, but I'm not sure. Again, how many times during this drive have I mentioned that I miss my GPS? Pero parang tama naman. Hindi rin kasi siya nag-update kaagad eh. Okay, parang that wasn't the right turn yet. Okay, okay. Man, hirap dito. Oh, traffic again. Okay, parang tama naman. That wasn't the right turn yet. So, yeah, I very rarely reply to the critics. Although, if you do watch a reaction video to me in comments, actually I had a really fun time doing that video. Also in part because I'm drinking, like actually drinking while I'm filming that video, like rum. So, check that out in the subscriber milestone playlist. It's I react to mean comments. That was pretty fun to do, but we very rarely do that. But when I do get a chance, like sobrang sakto, that's so satisfying. Although interestingly enough, I was talking with somebody from a big brand, so they also deal with deal with a lot of creators. The more views your videos get, so your usual YouTube audience watches it, and then if it's a popular topic or there's something about the video, it gets recommended more and more, so more and more people watch it. Yun talaga, the more the general public is exposed to your videos, the more weird comments talaga come out. Like the more bashers, the more, you know, whatever. Really tricycle? You're gonna that's the hill that you're gonna ano? Ay, okay. Jeez, man. More. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Two tricycle idiots. Look at this. Alternating tricycle idiots. Alright. Where is my right turn? Should be super soon. Yes, I was talking to somebody from a big brand. They're also used to dealing with a lot of content creators local. And yun nga, sorry, the context is na the more your video gets sent out to the public, the more weird comments, bashers you get talaga. And what they were saying, what the guy from the brand was saying was na, yeah, you know, I talked to a lot of creators, parang normal lang yun. Oh wait, that's not it. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. My bad, guys. That's my bad. Where is the bypass road? All of the big creators, like, you know, the ones you mentioned, at least in the local tech space, dumaan sila doon na there's this one video na sobrang naging popular, and then sobrang daming bashers about every little thing. But it was because of those videos where there are bashers na doon sila sumikat. I mean, that's where they started their subscriber growth and things like that. And we have a very similar video, the top 5 mistakes in Filipino builds, in Pinoy PC builds. That was the video that really started the subscriber count growing. And because it was, yun nga, pumped out to the general public, it's around 800 something thousand views na. May mga sobrang weird comments din talaga, mga bashers and things like that. But it's interesting na different creators, but same story. The one video where they started, you know, gaining traction, doon talaga daming lumalabas na bashers. So, in a way, it's a sign na at least, you know, your video is being pumped out there and a lot of other people are seeing it. Maybe people undesirable audience in the sense na where's my bypass road? Oh, shit, really? Oh wow. Okay, this is the ano. Ito yung tunay. Yung parang loob na probinsya. I wish you guys could nalubak-lubak. My CRZ can take it. She's seen worse. Go together, baby. Just making sure that this is the right bypass road. And it's really lubak. These are actually the kind of roads that I enjoy taking if I knew na tama yung daan. Although mukhang tama naman yung daan. So medyo off the beaten track. You can see a lot of trees in the background. Like really access road type na very medyo dinadaanan ng locals. Talk to me, Goose. Come on. Parang tama naman. Oh. Sorry car. Also the problem with the CRZ. Oh, goat for sale, guys. If you need a goat, mark my location. Goat for sale. This is the problem with the CRZ. It's lowered, so it's difficult for me to see potholes and like yung mga humps and things like that. Actually, medyo malapit na tayo eh. But please God, let this be correct kasi medyo loob na talaga to. Okay. Yes, very narrow road. To be honest, I don't know if this is the proper road because Waze is not being very helpful. Maybe it's not the right road. Oh, it's not guys. Gotta make a U-turn. No wonder it was so. God damn it. Maningubra tayo, maningubra. Man, not the right one. God, I need to get a new phone. I need to get a phone with GPS. Wrong road. Tama ba? Parang we're off the map eh. Parang access road lang to na mali. Okay. My bad. Taking the wrong turn. Yeah, parang mali. Lord. Okay. Gotta get back on the highway. Crazy. Part of the fun of going on a road trip to places you don't know. But yeah, I get a little stressed out when you don't have the navigator companion properly. I don't know what's up with Waze. Can we just stick him out? Like, let's stick him out. Like, kasi baka he's not getting signal. So, there's my phone. I'm trying to get GPS signal. GPS, please God, come out. Okay, I'm only sticking my hand out like an idiot because there's nobody on this road. GPS? Still no GPS. GPS. Satellites, come find me. I want to be tracked. Oh, it is ridiculous. Like, I'm literally like, I have my phone, I'm sticking it out there trying to get. I mean, I have signal. I don't have GPS. I'm supposed to wave it around a little bit. Wave. like I'm waving it, tas nabato pala eh, no? No, that's not fun. Still no GPS. Yep. Yep. Okay. Oy. Although in fairness, si Smart may signal. There was one time I was delivering. Oh crap! Sorry, car. There was one time I was delivering. There was one in Cavite and then like two in near Alabang. So parang ganda. Parang it's all in the general area, basically, kind of. Yung problema, Waze was leading me to a road na sarado. Like there was one road na access road na subdivision or something na sarado na. And so I had a hell of a time recalculating like on my own where I should go to get to the, you know, to get to a place where Waze would stop recommending that road to me, which was completely closed. And it kind of reminded me that that particular hindi yun live drive, that was last year. Medyo pabukas na nung pandemic pero medyo pataas ulit yung cases, so medyo nagsara ulit. Yeah, that was a hell of a time. So it was really like these small roads like this, and then yun nga, parang trying to get to a point where Waze would recompute by itself not to use that road. Tapos dadaan, yung problema sa BF palagi, yun nga, yung BF sarado you need a sticker, you just can't pass through, walang pass through sa BF. It's a real pain in the ass. Uh-oh, like there's a big truck now, like in front of me, there's like a cement mixer. Please don't, yeah, please don't fall on me. Okay, we're back to the main road. But Waze keeps telling me there's a bypass road. Where is it? Oh, I do see a road coming up. Okay. Oh, okay, I see it. I see a truck that turned. There's the bypass road. Okay. My bad. My bad. Hindi pala yung loob-loob na yun. Oh, this is a nice road. This is wide. Let's hope this is the right one. Huh. Alright. This is a proper road. Oh, nice view. You see the sea from here. Kind of elevated, and you see the sea in front of you. Nice. Actually, the person I was chatting with, yung customer na deliver ko last time to Batangas. Parang he was telling me na, yeah, ganda nung, a lot of people are moving out here. Yun nga, it's less stressful than living in Manila. Ganda nung surroundings. I can see the appeal. Hang on. Sharp turn, but we hug the road. Okay, so the GPS is still not on kasi the okay, it's updated. All right, look, we're good. No need to send help, no need to send a rescue team. What's my guess? So actually I'm gonna compute at the end magkano ba tong trip na to, kasi para maging full tank yung sasakyan ko, I made it 1.4. That's not the full tank of the CRZ. It was around halfway. So, pinuno ko, kalahati siya nung pinuno ko. So, mga 1.4 yung gas, and like how many tolls we've done. Kasi the customer paid 1.7 for the delivery. 1.7, we don't ask. And then usually our shipping also varies a little bit kung mahal yung item kasi nga we add insurance. I super need to pee. It would be like barbaric to just stop on the side of the road and pee. Pero parang bastos naman. Although this is medyo out of the way. And that's one of the benefits of being a guy. There are two lanes. There's a truck on the left and there's a motorcycle on the right, and they're going at the same speed. So what the hell, asshole? Why are you braking? Why are you braking? Alright, oh, there's a tricycle. I'm just crossing the road. Gas is significantly cheaper here. Like unleaded is only 60 bucks. In Manila, it's like 69, and that's with a discount. Or 67 or so. Must be the parang port, the landing, the depot. Converge, D2. Let's see if the connection's more stable. This is a nice stretch of road, not a lot of establishments. Need to worry about the trikes and the kids and the motorcycles and all these other guys. Connection seems good now. Oh. Not sure about my battery. Hard to tell. I wonder what it looks like on YouTube. Like, cause I just shared one link. I wonder, does it auto restore also, or what's that? What does that look like? Although it does look good now. Man, I was behind this other truck and I wasn't really thinking too much about it. Then another truck overtook me, and I'm like, oh nga no, why am I behind this big truck? And it turned out there was nobody in front of him. But in fairness kasi, he is a big truck and he could only go at that speed. No excuse for me though, I don't know what I was doing. Daydreaming. Although, you know, you're in an unfamiliar areas, no reason to go super fast. I'm looking for it, but I will need to pee somewhere after I drop off this computer and I hit a gas station. A lot of subdivision developments around here though. Big highway. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, there was a stretch where the GPS naiwan ulit yung pin ko on the we are in Lucena. So tama mga 10 o'clock nga yung estimate ko. We are on track, on course. I do miss having Master Chief tell me that my Waze is Master Chief. So you know, he's the one who's like eyes up. Let's finish the fight. Okay, my main concern now is finding the right, like we have to do a right turn to the customer's address. Which is a bit difficult if Waze is not updating properly. Yeah, so sorry, I'm just concentrating on the last stretch. We are in the last stretch, and we're back in like a city, so you know there's like a whole bunch of people and jeepneys stopping in the middle of the road. So yeah, I've got to be alert. Very heavily pregnant people stopping in the middle of the road. Oh, tricycles in my path. Oh. Hi, camera. Relax, camera. Yes. You know when you're trying to drive outside of Manila, parang everybody's slower. And then you kind of feel like the jerk because you're like sobrang parang you're used to Manila na kailangan magmamadali palagi, so like you're super fast all the goddamn time. And like you're swerving in and out and stuff, and then the locals are just like, hi nako. Hi nako, this guy from Manila. Hi nako also there. I don't know. It's this tricycle and this thing. And, get the hell out of my way. Talk to me, Goose. Where's my right turn? At least the McDo's have stopped, so I won't be tempted. The last live drive, we did stop at a Jollibee to get lunch. Oh, shit. Hindi na tayo, guys. Right na tayo, right. Why? Because you're not paying attention. Okay, this looks like a... Okay, village, good job. Almost there. Problema, yung address ng customer. Parang nandito. Oh shit. I did a wrong turn, guys. This is not the proper one. We goofed. Yeah. Yep. Oh. Overshoot. Yeah. Okay, another wrong turn. Sorry, my bad. Okay, let's put on hazard. Let's see where the heck we are. Oh, before Lucena Hardware. Okay. I goofed. Just getting my bearings. Oh, a bit stiff too. I need to pee. Okay, just looking up the all right. Just a slight mistake. We overshot it a little, which means that the super small street we need to enter. All right. Man, I'm so happy. I thought it was like, oh, a big entrance. Can't miss it for sure. Turned out to be the wrong entrance. Now we're on the wrong side of the road. Okay. Alright, so we just overshot it, so it's just somewhere around here. To be honest, I didn't even see any turn. Okay, I'm gonna be one of those guys. Like, I hate following these guys who don't know where they're going because they're super slow. But at the same time, I don't know where I'm going, so I need to be super slow. But I think this must be it. Thank you. Okay. Man, really? Oh. At the same time, really? It's medyo lubak-lubak. Oh. Ow! Ow! You guys hear that? Tama ba to, guys? Oh yeah, we says tama. Oh my goodness, wow, it's super lubak-lubak. Hold in there, baby. Goodness. Okay, I think. Yep. One thing I hate about delivering. Oh, here we go. Is that there are a lot of no street signs. Oh, but here we go. Tama naman. Tama naman, guys. All right, let's just find our mask and stuff. We made it! Hooray! Hello. You know, I have a bad habit of old masks. Like I reuse them and then I get sick from using them. So I've never gotten COVID. I'm a COVID virgin. But these damn masks, I feeling ko like may germs na. But kasi I'm sobrang kuripot ko nga na I reuse them even though I shouldn't. Okay, I'm just gonna cover the camera a little bit just so we don't dox the customer. Alright. Stop Hardware Sugar fan club. Alright. I'm gonna pop out, but I'm just gonna hide the camera and obscure stuff because you know, we don't dox people at Hardware Sugar. But I'm gonna but stick around. Going out of the car, be back in a bit. Yep. Still with me? Hang in there. Just contacting the customer. Sup, ITX addict? Okay naman? Or okay naman? Yeah, sige. Hang on, I just gotta set up the computer. The customer was kind